the Popcorn Heroes Show. I am Armando. With me today it is Pedro.
Hello, hello.
What's going on?
What up?
Ladies and gents, today we are talking about the post-Oscars. And
Yep.
we're talking about the winners. And of course, the most important thing. Who won between me and Pedro? Dun, 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 dun. So let's just get it off. Let's start off with Pedro. You saw the Oscars.
I did.
Tell us what you think. Tell us what was going down. The thing was that it was boring as fuck and nobody liked it. It has, the biggest fact is it's the lowest rated Oscars ever. And I think that's just a trajectory that keeps going on.
Yep. They have been dropping each year, but this year it dropped ridiculously. This is the first time it's ever been like below 10 million in viewership, something like that. And I honestly think, people think, oh, it's because the Oscars are getting more political, blah, blah. I'm like, maybe that might factor into it. But the biggest reason why it did so low this year is because no one fucking went to the movies. No one gives a fuck about these movies. Normally, you watch a couple of those movies and you're like, oh, you want to see who wins. Yeah. But no one gave a shit. No one gave a fuck because no one saw anything. Nothing. Even though they did a pretty decent job of putting a good couple of them on different streaming services. But then what did we have? Different streaming services. Most of the people probably only saw the Netflix movies and called it a day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. No one gave a fuck. And that's pretty much the biggest gist of it. And I do agree. It was a boring one. It almost felt like the first Oscars ever. There was like no one there. There was only a couple people just chilling there in like tables, and there was no host again. So there was no one to like keep you interested with like jokes and jabs. Because I honestly miss having a host talk shit to people and doing skits. The only time they did a skit, which was actually pretty funny, I wouldn't say hilarious, but it was actually pretty interesting, was the one where they start doing this game where they start asking people, oh, did this song get nominated or not nominated? And then they played one of the songs, The Butt, and then they had asked Glenn Close if she knew what it was, and then she's like, yeah, I know that song, and she just starts like booty dancing or whatever. It was funny because you could tell it was all a skit. But that's it. Besides that, there was like nothing going on. And even like one of the things I like is when they announce the nominees and they show scenes from the movie. Yeah, especially when they do the actors. Yeah, they cut it out. Because remember, we always like to do that. We'll watch a movie and then there will be a scene and we're like, that's going to be part of the nomination. The Oscar moment, the Oscar moment is exactly what we would call it. There were no Oscar moments except for picture and like, I don't know. There was like 3 categories maybe that had the thing. Besides that, it was mostly them trying to do this little game of like, oh, best director. And then they'll ask the director a personal question. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know. It wasn't it wasn't good. And the biggest problem with it was, we can get into it a little bit more when we get into who wins, but they didn't leave best picture for last.
Yeah, that was the strangest thing that I kept hearing. They switched it out for Best Actor. And we all know why they were trying to do that. They were trying to end it on the note of Chadwick Boseman winning. So it's kind of like, why would you change the format of something that's always been the same way, always? And they were just trying to capitalize on that, dude, I think so. It was just stupid.
I think so. They were trying to go, oh, it's going to end on a high note. And then it totally backfired on them because it was just like, oh, all right, it's over. And then they're like, stay with us for Oscars After Dark. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
It was a dumb move by ABC.
Yeah, they did Best Picture, and then they did Best Actress, and then they ended it on Best Actor. Terrible fucking train wreck from an already not good Oscars. So it just added further to it being a piece of shit. So, yeah, man, overall, it just wasn't good. So the fact that you didn't see it, you really didn't miss anything.
Yeah, man, I've been on the downbeat with Oscars for a while, and I'm just excited for like the nominees and shit like that. But but the ceremony itself, I could care less.
Yeah. I used to like the ceremonies because the hosts were usually pretty entertaining, and there were little skits they would do where they would make fun of all the movies that are nominated. Like I remember one of my favorite ones was when Billy Crystal comes in with a fucking straight jacket and the face making fun of Anthony Hopkins for Silence of the Lambs, and he comes in, they wheel him in, and I don't know, it's just funny little things like that I enjoyed. But there's nothing cool, nothing entertaining at all. You're just there to hear them read out names and read a winner. And
yeah, it's stupid.
That's that. You might as well just read the article at the end. So
yeah. Exactly.
And then you catch the clips of the
speeches.
Of the good speeches, the controversial speeches, whatever the fuck. You can catch the highlights afterwards, which is kind of what I did. And then the next day, I watched it in the background on Hulu. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Overall, complete waste of time. I could see why it's the lowest rated one easily. Yeah.
But you know what? The funny thing is that it's the lowest rated one, and I don't think it's necessarily because people are tune in and then tune out. I just feel like people don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
You know, because if not, they would have highlighted, hey, you know, there was more viewers at the end or at the beginning or whatever. I don't think people give a fuck about the Oscars. I think they care more about the nominees and shit like that than they actually do about the ceremony.
About the ceremony, you're right.
All right.
I just think they just need to get back to making it entertaining. But who knows? They've been trying to go, oh no, we're different. We're doing it this way. All right, cool. And you're also got the lowest numbers, so you're different.
They need to change up the style. They need to do something that make it more fun, more entertaining.
Yeah.
Something has to happen. Something has to change. They have to do new producers. You know, stop choosing boring, same old regular producers. Change that shit up. You know, make it happen. All right, let's get it. Pedro, we're gonna start from the bottom of the list, working our way up.
We're not going the order the Oscars did. We went in the order, pretty much the order of it's on this paper.
Yeah. So let's do it. Starting off, best visual.
Best visual effects.
The best visual effects, and the winner was Tenet, which both me and you chose.
We agreed. So we're at 1-1.
1-1.
1-1.
All right.
I already did the count during the show. But I'll do the count again.
No, you didn't count, you whooped your ass. That's how it comes down.
Yeah, you didn't whoop my ass. Anyways, spoiler alert.
Whooped dead ass.
All right.
Next one, best sound. The winner was Sound of Metal, and we both chose Sound of Metal. Congrats.
We both agreed.
Here we go. 2-2. Okay. Next up is best short live action. The winner was Two Distant Strangers, and we both lost this one, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. I think we chose the better film.
Yeah, but you know, everybody went with the political climate, and Two Distant Strangers won.
Yeah,
which is okay. You know, I wanted more lightheartedness, more emotional.
Yes.
I'm not saying that Two Distant Strangers wasn't emotional. I'm just saying that feeling through hit harder. Okay.
It's a different emotion, is what it is.
That's true. Absolutely.
One is more shock, and this one's more, you know what? Life ain't so bad. That's the difference.
Yeah, there's good.
The other one is life is terrible. It's like, oh shit. Yeah.
Man. And there we go. Next up was best short animated. The winner was If Anything Happens, I Love You, and I won that. Pedro, you suck.
Oh, you did fucking win that one. Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, man, I got you, dude. You just got.
I got.
All right. Next up, best production design. The winner was Mank, right? If I'm not mistaken.
It was Mank, yeah.
Yep. I'm sorry, I forgot to pull up the winners. Cause I did notes, but I missed it.
I have it here.
Okay, you have it? Cool. So then I guess you say it and then I break down the rest.
Yeah.
All right. So the winner was Mank, of course. I chose Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Pedro did The Father, and we both lost because we suck.
Yeah. You know, I could see why Mank would win this one. This one I'm not mad about. This one I'm like, okay, I saw that.
You could see it.
Yeah, I could see it.
All right. Next up, best original song. The winner was "Fight for You."
Oh,
right?
Fight. Yeah. Oh, I forgot you're waiting for me. Yes, the winner was "Fight for You" from Judas and the Black Messiah, which
we neither one of us got. Because I still did Speak Now.
I did Speak Now.
One Night in Miami.
One Night in Miami.
Husavik from Eurovision.
Yeah, we both lost that one.
We both.
I still think Speak Now should have won, especially when I saw the clip. They did play the clip for that one, and I'm like, come on, how did you lose?
So stupid. I hate that shit. Like, one of the things that Oscars need to do is that every original song needs to be on stage. Like, they need to sing it.
They used to.
And they should. That's one thing they should continue doing. Like, the original song should be the music in the
I
show.
agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there shouldn't be any excuse for it not to be there, you know?
Yeah, and then when the last one's done, then they do the category. And that way you heard them all as an audience. Yeah.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? And if you couldn't get them live, do a pre-recording of the person singing it with the band or whatever, you know? Like, they should have done that, and I think it would have been more entertaining seeing that shit live.
For sure. I think they were just trying to cut as much time as possible, but it is what it is.
It's a show, so, like...
Yeah,
you need to make it fun.
You do. So we both lost that one. Mm-hmm.
We both lost that one. Next up, best original score, and the winner was
Soul,
and we both got that one because we
both got that right because that was the most obvious one. Yeah. One of the most obvious ones.
Very obvious, yeah.
So Armando's in the lead with 4. Yeah. I am down by 1,
and that's how it's always gonna be.
Uh-huh.
Next up, best makeup and hairstyling. Yeah. The winner was
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom,
and we both got that. Congratulations to us.
We both got that one. Yeah,
look at that. Yeah. We're ballers right there. Nice. Next up, best international feature film, and the winner was
Another Round,
and we both win that. And the funny thing is that. You know, I'm pretty. You did it because you wanted that movie to win, and right. I did it because I was Mads Mikkelsen represent.
Mads Mikkelsen.
But I thought that Kuva's Ada was gonna win, so my emotions won out on this one.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, which was
Kuva's Ada was
apparently
was a favorite.
The speech was pretty good, right? That he gave. The director?
Yeah. I mean, he got into what I had told you. He got into the whole situation about his daughter. So yeah, it got pretty sad at the end.
Wow, it's crazy.
He dedicated it to her. He just said, "This is for you," and I'm like, "Damn."
Yeah. So far, we're doing good there. We did that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, we have best film editing. The winner was
Father.
No, Sound of Metal.
What? Oh, I underlined the wrong one.
Wow, Pedro. Slacker.
Man.
And me and Pedro did The Father, and we both lost.
Yes, we both did The Father.
That's the craziest one. I didn't understand that one. I did it.
That's right.
I did understand it.
You see, I was so shocked by it, I didn't underline it, because I was underlining all the winners, and I didn't underline this category. That's how shocked I was that we lost.
I don't understand it, dude.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't make sense. Like, I don't think that The Sound of Metal had good editing to I don't think it had better editing than The Father. You know, I don't know.
If anything, Nomadland had better editing than Sound of Metal.
Yeah. Well, The Sound of Metal was very straightforward. Like, there's nothing special about the editing. You know, unless you're talking about the editing of the sound, but they were nominated for Best Sound and they won that.
Yeah. It wasn't the editing of the sound. They just thought they filmed it. I don't think it should have won this one, obviously, because we didn't vote for it. I don't know why it won this one, honestly.
Yeah,
it's definitely.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either. To me, it was between Father and Nomadland, and I was actually about to vote for Nomadland, but then I thought, man, The Father is such a great. Obviously, we talked about it. It was my favorite movie of the year, easily. Yeah. So
yeah, and The Father's editing was better. It's just
I'm looking at all the ones that I didn't underline. There are actually a couple I didn't underline, so I'm gonna have to try and remember what they were.
We'll just keep
we'll
it
get
moving.
to it. Yeah,
Right.
we'll keep it moving.
Next up is Best Documentary Short. The winner was
Colette.
And neither Pedro nor me got that. Pedro did A Concierto as a Conversation, and I did Do Not Split, and we both lost. But doesn't matter because we didn't see any of it. So
we didn't see any of that shit. It was purely from summary. So
purely from summary. Next up, Best Documentary Feature, and the winner was
My Octopus Teacher,
which Pedro got right.
That's right.
Look at you.
So that put us tied.
Yeah, we got tied here. But Pedro got lucky on that one. I did Crip Camp.
Right, because you thought it was about the game.
Clearly I lost.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's about the Crips, Next up, Best Costume Design. And the winner was
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which Pedro got correct. Good for you, Pedro.
That's right. I'm in the lead, baby. I'm in the lead. And it's funny because...
And I lost.
Yeah, I actually didn't think Ma Rainey was going to win both. I knew Ma Rainey was going to win one or the other, so I put both to play it safe.
Yeah, you literally said that last time. You're like, I'm going to put both. It's going to win one of them, you said.
Yeah.
Good one, man. Good one, man. That bet paid off for you.
It did.
Not, the ass swooping would have been bigger. Next up, Best Cinematography. And the winner was...
I actually didn't put this one as a winner yet. I don't know who won this one. Fuck,
I'm pretty sure it was
I gotta look that one up now. Hold on.
Let's stick around. I'm pretty sure it was Mank. Guarantee it.
Yep, it was Mank.
Too.
Yeah, Mank. Right here. Let me underline it. Mank, which we both got wrong.
Yes, we did both get wrong. It was terrible.
You said Judas and the Black Messiah, and I said Nomadland.
Yeah. Yep, we lost. Next up, Best Animated Feature. The winner was...
obvious. Soul. Duh.
And we both did that one.
Yep.
Yeah, we're intelligent beings choosing
that one
Soul
was so fucking obvious. But, so in this one, they actually showed scenes from the movies. And I saw a clip of Over the Moon, which I hadn't seen before. And I was like, fuck, Over the Moon actually looks good. And obviously, I was always interested in Wolfwalkers. So... I'm gonna have to catch that one.
Yeah, Over the Moon on Netflix. If you guys didn't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to catch that one.
Best Supporting Actress, and the winner was
Ju Young Yoon from
Minari. I did that. Pedro did not.
You
did Amanda Seyfried.
I did Amanda Seyfried, which was kind of funny. So. Yu Young Yoon's speech was actually pretty funny. She was just kind of flirting with Brad Pitt, which was pretty funny.
That's nice.
And she was pretty much saying like, "Oh my God, how did I win against Glenn Close or whatever?" So she was a cutie.
Next up, Best Actress, and the winner was
Frances McDormand.
Yep, and me and Pedro did that one. Obvious.
Yep. That one was obvious.
That was obvious, yeah.
And that one put us...
Unfortunate obvious, but it was obvious.
Yeah. I don't know about unfortunate. The more I think about it, the more I think that she deserved it. But again, you were championing for Vanessa Kirby,
yeah.
I mean, you didn't vote for her. You voted the smart way, but your heart was in the Vanessa Kirby route, which I have yet to see the movie.
Yeah. I just feel like Frances McDormand just did the same shit all over again from what she did 3 Billboards, like we talked about last time. It's like, she did the exact same shit, and she's waiting for the exact same shit, and I'm just like,
it's different. In 3 Billboards, she was more angry. It was more like vengeful. While this one was just going with the flow, Yeah, sadness. Right. This one was more sadness than
it was sadness. Yeah. Next up, Best Supporting Actor. The winner was
Daniel Kaluuya in Judas and the Black Messiah,
which me and Pedro both chose. Obviously,
we both chose.
No one was gonna win. No one was gonna beat him in this one.
No, it was the most obvious of obvious. It
was very obvious. Yeah.
That one was happening.
It was very obvious. Next up, Best Actor.
Here's the controversy.
The winner was
Anthony Hopkins for The Father.
Woo, man.
That was crazy.
That's bad. And me and Pedro did Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Yeah, so we lost that one.
It's not shocking for the fact that it was bad acting. It's shocking for the fact that it was supposed to be Chadwick Boseman, one has been winning it. So it's kind of like, oh.
So they ended the show on this category, and Anthony Hopkins, we already mentioned really quickly, Anthony Hopkins wasn't there. He didn't pre-record anything, nothing. He wasn't there. So they just said, oh, okay, we'll accept it on his behalf. So the next morning, so the reason why he wasn't there is because he was sleeping. He was in his house in Wales. The time zone, I don't know the exact time zone, but it was like fucking 3 a.m, whatever. The nigga was sleeping. He's like 80-something years old. Yeah, he's too busy being old, right? So the next day, the next day they give him the Oscar, and then he made his speech then. And then there he dedicated it. He thanked like he dedicated it to Chadwick Boseman essentially.
Yeah.
He was just so even he knew I shouldn't be winning this. It should have been him. This is crazy. Exactly. Thank you, but this is fucking crazy. So yeah.
It is too crazy.
And then you ended it on that. Instead of ending it on Chadwick and everyone probably doing a standing ovation or whatever the fuck, you ended it on, bye.
Awkwardness, essentially.
Terrible.
Yeah, that was insane. Fuck. Next up, Best Original Screenplay.
Yeah,
and
man.
the winner was
Promising Young Woman.
I told you, man.
I cannot.
The Child Chicago 7.
I cannot believe that one. That one blew my mind.
It was obvious, dude, because Promising Young Woman had to win something. It wasn't gonna win actress. It wasn't gonna win director. It wasn't gonna win Best Picture. The next best thing for them was original screenplay. So it's like,
yeah, man.
Yeah. So the lady won that for that.
Which it wasn't a bad screenplay. I just really wasn't expecting it. But it's not a bad screenplay.
It's not, but I don't think it's a tight movie like compared to the other ones.
Yeah,
I think the other ones were better.
It's just a different genre. It's a dark comedy that wasn't as comedic, and it was a thriller. It was just weird. It was different. So
yeah,
but anyway,
absolutely. Next up, Best Adapted Screenplay, and the winner was
The Father.
And me and Pedro did The Father.
That's right.
That. We were so intelligent. We're ballers.
Right. That movie is fucking brilliant. I can't praise it enough.
No, we did great, man. That movie was great overall. It was just perfect. It should have won more awards, honestly. It should have definitely won editing at least.
Well, I mean, it won screenplay and actor, so it won some shit.
yeah, it did. You're right. Next up, Best Director, and the winner was
Chloe Zhao from Nomadland.
And look at that. Me and Pedro chose that one. We're so smart.
Yeah. That was an obvious one. There was so much hype.
Obvious, yeah.
There was so much hype around her that we were like, yeah, it's going to happen.
Now she's an Oscar-winning Marvel director.
Wait, which Marvel is she working on?
Eternals.
Oh, I forgot. Ooh, Eternals. And that's considered that's considered a risky one, kind of like how Guardians was a risky one at the time. So
exactly.
A lot of eyes on her.
Very.
I wish her luck.
That's crazy. Yeah, wish all the best of luck.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see something soon.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, Best Picture.
Yeah. The way they should have ended the ceremony. The winner
was
Nomadland.
Obviously.
Which we knew, but we didn't want to know.
Because we both voted for The Father.
We both put The Father. We were hoping for it, but I mean, honestly, it's obvious it was going to be Nomadland.
Podcast, we both said it was going to be Nomadland, but
yeah. And you know what?
We hope for something.
So that means you win 14 and me 13. So
loser.
If I would have played smart and put Nomadland, we would have been tied.
No, because if we both would have played smart, I still would have won. Pedro, get out of here, dude. You got spanked.
That's true. I bet if I would have put Nomadland, you would have changed it to Nomadland too. You would have been like, nah, bitch. Yeah, you wouldn't have let me get that win.
Nah, bro. But yeah, we kind of yeah, man, it fucking sucks, dude. I think the Fallen should have definitely won that, man.
I think so too. But you know,
yeah, Nomad had too much hype.
It had a lot of hype. It was a very pretty movie. It felt very natural. You know, we talked about it. There was a lot of natural shit about it. But yeah, man, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see next year.
Next year it is. All right, that's it for this podcast. Pedro, any last words?
No, man, you win.
The Oscar sucked. I won. What else can we say?
No, that's about it. You pretty much got it all in a nutshell.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed this podcast, our post-Oscars review / winners, whatever you want to call it. Right. Let us know what you think about what happened this year in the Oscars. If you enjoyed it, did you agree with the winners? Let us know. Till next time.
Bye-bye.